Hello again, gamers. Welcome back to the Board Game Captain. I'm the Board Game Captain.
I'm Lynn.
I'm Julianna.
And today we are reviewing and showing you how to play Multiuniversum. Now, Multiuniversum is a game that looks like a tiny little game, but it's kind of a bigger game in a small box, which is totally a style that I like. And this is a game where you are playing scientists in a lab that has accidentally ripped holes in space-time to other dimensions, and now you're trying to close them. And you want to get the most points by closing all the holes. It is not cooperative. It is competitive. And for the theme, think of like the movie Mist, where they ripped a hole to another dimension and all the monsters came out, or like the show Stranger Things. Except in this, the main theme is there's lots of these holes, and the goal is to close them. So the game was designed by Manuel Correa, and it is published by Gray Fox Games and Board&Dice. The game is for ages 12 and up, listed as a 20 to 40 minute game, and is for 1 to 5 players. So let's start there. Now, I think the 12 and up is actually a pretty good estimate, because there's a fair amount going on here.
There's decision making.
Yeah.
That has to.
Well, and also, yeah, because there's like every card has multiple ways to use it.
Which is my favorite type of card, multi-use cards.
Oh yeah, multi-use cards are great.
Yeah.
And there's a lot you have to keep track of. And as soon as you move to another space, the cards change what they're used for. So just the simple act of moving can alter your resources. So there is a lot kind of here. So I think the 12 and up is pretty good. Would you guys be in agreement?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now the 20 to 40 minutes, this game actually plays really quickly. I'd say maybe closer to the 40-minute mark, maybe, but still, I mean, this is like under an hour.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is not a super long game, so that's not a bad estimate. It's probably more towards the higher end. Maybe 20 minutes at like 2 players.
Maybe.
But at like 3, 4, or 5 players, it's really closer to like 40 minutes, maybe even a little above at 5 players. Now, I have not tried the solo mode. Have either of you guys tried this solo?
No.
So I can't speak to that, but I have played it at 2 players. I have played it at 3 players. I have played it at 4 players. Did we play it at 5?
I don't know.
I was going to say, I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
No. Maybe
No.
later tonight though.
Maybe. Oh, yeah, we actually have some other people coming over. We might be playing this at 5 players later. But I like this at every player count. I don't think this suffers from, like, you know, certain player counts being like, oh, you can't play it at that player count. I mean, I've enjoyed this pretty equally. I think I like it best at 3 and 4, but 2 isn't bad either. What do you guys think? Is it stand out to you that it's specifically for a certain player count? Or is...
It doesn't feel different at any of the different player counts.
I like it because like there are different end of game rules depending on the player count, so it never feels like it's either too long or too short. And
because it's got it scales for the 2
exactly,
players.
yeah, that's the better way of putting it. The more technical.
So inside the game box, we have a rule book. This is a pretty good rule book. It's got lots of diagrams, lots of explanations. It's not too bad. Tiny little pages, total of about 15 pages of rules, maybe 20 minutes of reading. You'll be ready to teach other people how to play this game. Not too bad. We've got these amazingly nice scientist meeples.
I have one complaint about the meeples though.
Go on.
The yellow meeple is orange.
Okay. Yes, there is a minor complaint with some of the colors that. So this matches up with a laboratory, and the laboratory color is not quite the same.
Well, it's very yellow and this is orange. Yeah.
But the meeples themselves, the little scientist with the beaker, is freaking cool.
Yeah, they're cute.
They're really cool. They're nice little chunky wooden meeples. The cards are okay. I've had some issues with a little bit of card damage, I mean, I don't usually like to sleeve my cards because I like to, you know, it's harder to shuffle when you sleeve them. They have that kind of like glossy finish. Mm-hmm. All of them, the regular, these are the portal cards. They have this on the back and then a picture of whatever is on the other side of the portal on the front, which is usually something horrifying or funny or twisted, but always amazing. The portal cards are really great. I really like the portals to all the different other dimensions. The artwork in this game is just fantastic. Mm-hmm. I mean, what do you guys think on the artwork and general production.
I like the artwork, but yeah, the only thing is that some of the colors don't quite match up.
Yeah, and I'll see if I can show you that now. Okay, so these don't need to match up. It's these that need to match up. So this is what we're talking about. So this is the yellow laboratory for the yellow player, and it matches up with this meeple, which, as you can see, there is a bit of a discrepancy. The meeple is more orange than yellow. I don't think it's a huge issue, but it is an issue. We should address it.
The other issue is the color of the little symbols on the portal cards doesn't always match up with the color of the symbol on the multi-use cards.
So like,
for instance, the
green is
the
much
green
darker.
one.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So we've got these two, and as you can see,
the green is much darker
much
on
darker.
the one, yeah. And so these are the last kind of cards that are really important. They have nice symbology. The symbology is very clear. It's very easy to understand. It's language free. Mm-hmm. So as long as you look in the book and you know what each symbol stands for, you know what those symbols can be used for. And this is what we're talking about, the multi-use. Mm-hmm. I mean, you've got the big symbol on the side to use it for the tool, and then the small symbols to use it for the action. So this is basically everything that comes in the box. So now we're going to head over to the table, and we're going to show you how this game plays. And then after playing a few rounds of it, we're going to come back, and we're going to talk about how this game feels, and we're going to rate it and review it. Okay, so here we can see a setup for 3 players for Multiuniversum. I'm over here and I'm going to be playing red, so here I have my red lab card. Lynn is over there playing blue, and she has her blue lab card there. And Julianna is over there and she is playing yellow, and she has her yellow lab card there. We put out the various transformer cards of all the colors, green, white, yellow, red, and blue, in ascending order clockwise around, so white being 1 all the way around to green being 5. And we start with our meeple on the correct color transformer, so red to red, yellow to yellow, blue to blue, etc. We shuffle up the deck. Each player gets 3 cards to start with, and we deal 5 cards face up into the discard pile. Anytime that the deck runs out, we also again deal 5 cards into the discard pile, and that'll be really important for the recycle action. Now, the piles of portal cards that are placed near each of the generators are done randomly, with 1 level 1, 2 level 2s, 1 level 3 card, and then shuffled up each individually and placed face up next to their respective portal. So you don't really know what else is under there, you just know the spread. You know there's 1 level 1, 2 level 2s, 1 level 3. The level is how many of the particular types of tools you need to close this portal. For instance, this one is a level 2 because it has 2 tools, that little magnet and that beaker there are the 2 tools you need to close this particular portal. Now, the main point of the game is to close the most portals and get the most points. During your turn, you get to do 3 actions. Actions can be playing cards from your hand. You can play them either, and I'm going to show you this card from the discard here, as the tool. Now, the tool is the big symbol on the right of the card, in which case you put that to the right of your lab, and you save it for later to close a portal. Or you can play it for one of these symbols on the left side. Now, the symbols on the left side, you have to only play the symbol on the color of the room you're currently on. So the symbol there with the 2 cards and the magnifying glass up top, that allows you to draw 2 cards. The symbol with the picture of the generator allows you to do the specific generator ability. Each of the generators has a different ability that is described in the book. The symbol with the 2 footprints allows you to move to a different generator, any generator anywhere. The symbol with the portal with a lock on it allows you to close the portal, though you have to have the correct tool cards to close the portal you are currently on. And the symbol with the recycle symbol there allows you to take 1 card from the discard pile and put it in your hand. That is the gist of how you play the game. So now we're going to run you through a few turns so you can get an idea of how this goes. Lynn is going to go first. Go right ahead, Lynn.
Okay, I am going to play a tool.
Okay.
Then I am going to I want to recycle. I'm using the recycle.
Okay.
I'm going to take this into my hand and play it to close the portal that I'm on.
Because the portal that you were on only requires one tool, and it's the beaker tool, so you get that, and that is worth 1 point. And it has the symbol of the little genetic helix, because collecting symbols can get you bonus points at the end of the game. If you can get 2 of the same symbol in your closed area by your lab, that'll be worth a bonus 4 points. 3 of the same is worth a bonus 9, and 5 different symbols is worth a bonus 9 as well, though each card can only count towards 1 set. Now, once Lynn is all done with her 3 actions, she draws back up to the 3-card hand, and she is finished. Did you already draw?
Yes, while you were talking.
Okay, excellent. So I'm going to go right ahead then, and I'm going to play this card as a tool. And then I'm going to play this card for the recycle to take this card here and also play it as a tool. Now that I'm done, I'm going to discard that last card and I'm going to draw up to my full 3-card hand.
Awesome, my turn. I'm going to play this tool here, and I am going to recycle to get this card here. And then I am going to recycle again.
Ooh.
And take this card here.
Okay, and then now that Julianna's done again, she's going to discard the cards she played and draw back up to her full 3-card hand. So, and it is back around to Lynn.
I am going to move.
Where are you going to?
I'm going to move over to
Whites. Okay.
Then I'm going to play the magnifying glass thing.
Okay, to draw 2 cards.
Oops. And then I am going to play this as a tool.
Okay. Okay, now there's a lot of cards there, so I'm almost certain what I need is in that discard pile. So I'm going to play a recycle. Recycle for the red here since I'm on the red lab. And I am looking for a very specific card, and there it is. It's the card I wanted, and put it into my hand. And I'm going to immediately play that card for the closed portal symbol on the red spot here, because I do have the right pair of tools to close this portal. So I'm going to discard those. I'm going to take the portal, revealing the next one there, and I'm going to place it under the portal side of my deck. Now that was my first 2 actions. I've still got 1 more. So I'm just going to have a quick look here, and I'm going to play this card as a tool for my final action.
I never refilled my hand.
Oh, refill your hand real quick. Okay, so now I'm completely done. So now that I'm done, I'm going to discard these 2 cards, and I'm going to draw up to a full hand.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and play this tool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to move to green.
Okay.
And then I am going to recycle. Saw this card in here. Take this card. And then I will discard these 2 and draw back up to 3.
Ah, okay.
I am just going to play my 3 cards in my hand as tools.
Wow.
That's some big...
That's a lot of tools.
Each unused tool is worth -1 point.
Yeah, at the end of the game, that is true. Each unused tool over there. But plenty of time before the end of the game. This would be very early.
That's true.
So I'm going to play this card as a tool. I'm going to play this card for its recycle. And I'm going to look for a very specific card. There we go. Which I am then going to immediately play as a tool. And then I am done. And I'm going to draw back. I'm going to discard the card I played and draw back up to my full 3-card hand.
I think it's safe to say what our favorite action is.
Recycle?
Yeah.
Oh, recycle is such a good action.
Such
It really
a good
is.
action. I'm going to go ahead and close this portal with these 2 tools. Alright. And then for my next action, I am going to do the search, which lets me draw 2 cards. And then for my third action, I am going to play a tool.
Oh, very nice.
I am going to play a recycle.
See, the recycle is so good because as long as there's a good number of cards in the discard pile, you can find exactly what you need. It's why it's such a useful ability. It's why we're all going out of our way to use it.
I'm going to play a tool, and then I'm going to close the portal that I am on.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're setting up for another one, I'm guessing, over there. Look at that.
Oh, she only needs 1 more for this one.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, wow. Okay.
And I need
Okay. Now, unfortunately, I don't have what I need, and I don't have a recycle available. So I am going to play this to draw 2 cards, so I can do a little searching for what I need. And boom! I got what I needed. So I'm gonna, for my second action, I'm gonna play this to close the portal. I have the 3 tools to close this portal. So I'm gonna take the portal over here. And then let me look around at what we have all over the place. I think what I'm gonna do is, I think I will, for my final action, I'm gonna move to the blue portal. And that's it for me. And I draw back up to my 3.
All right, I'm gonna start off by doing the search. And then I'm going to play a recycle. And now I'm going to close this portal. And I already have 3 cards, so don't get to draw back up.
Okay. I am going to play a recycle. I'm going to play this as a tool.
And then close it?
No, I am unable to close it, but I am going to search.
And looking for something to close it.
That's it.
Okay, I'm going to do a recycle, excuse me. I'm going to do a recycle. Take that, and then I'm going to play a second recycle. And I'm going to take that. And then for my third action, I'm just going to play this card as a tool, and I'm going to draw back up to 3.
Okay. I am going to play this card as a tool. And then I am going to search. Okay. And what is Green's generator ability? It means I can, save a thing that I've used as a tool.
Yes, you could say that as a tool.
Alright. And then I'm going to search again, because I didn't get what I needed. And that ends my turn.
Okay, I'm going to search.
Oh, it's going to be the end of the deck.
Then I'm going to recycle. I'm just going to take that one because I'm going to use it to close the portal that I'm on. And then I'll reshuffle.
Excellent. And after she reshuffles, she will deal 5 more cards straight into the discard pile, so we can keep recycling and looking for the things we want and need oh so much.
You're so good at shuffling. Lots of practice, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to. Oh, I forgot to discard those. My bad. I am going to use my generator ability here. The generator ability, the blue one, is I get to take the top card from each stack and put it on the bottom. So I'm going to do that for every stack. So this one here, this one here, that one there, and this one here. Oh, what the heck? And I'm going to do it again.
What?
I'm going to do it again. I'm not finding what I'm looking for. There we go. Okay, and that is how you play a game of Multiuniversum. You run through this. You play cards to get tools. You use the tools to seal portals. You play cards sometimes to do these cool generator abilities, which can do all sorts of things like taking the top cards and putting them on the bottom, switching 2 cards as places, drawing 3 cards and discarding 2, rearranging one of the stacks in any order you see fit, and also, more importantly, getting to look at it, and even getting to keep one of the cards you played as a tool, even though you already played it for its ability. You keep playing until 3 of the generator stacks of portals are empty, at which point it triggers the final round. Everyone gets an equal number of turns, so in this case, since Lynn had the first turn, Julianna would go last. We play till the round is over, and then we count up points. Each one of these portals we close has a point total in its top left-hand corner. And then again, in addition to the point totals, you can earn points by collecting sets. So since I had 2 of the same here, that's a bonus 4 points. If I had 3 of the same, that would be a bonus 9 points. And if you had 5 different ones, that's also a bonus 9 points. Whoever has the largest points total at the end of the game wins the game of Multiuniversum. And then there's a string of tiebreakers. So now we're going to head back over. We're going to talk about how this game feels and plays, and we're going to rate it and review it. Okay, so that was how you play a game of Multiuniversum. Now, so we're going to talk about some of the negatives and some of the positives of this game. So who wants to throw out some negatives first? Let's start with the negative. I always like to end on positives, you know. No matter what you're going to rate it, it's good to end on the positives, I feel. So you had talked a little bit about some negatives in the beginning. You want to bring those up again?
I would say my biggest negative, I love this game, but the colors just don't match up with the symbols and then on the portals. And then, of course, my yellow meeple is orange.
So, okay, some of the colors are a little off. I agree that it's an issue. It's just not that big an issue because there's... Like, if there was a yellow player and an orange player, and the yellow piece looked kind of orange, I'd be like, oh, that's a huge issue. But there's no orange player.
Right.
So I kind of think it's not too bad, because everybody's like it may take you a second the first time, but then you're like, oh, right, so this is the yellow player. Mm-hmm. But it is a gripe. It is a gripe. How about you? Do you got any gripes or issues?
Nothing other than the colors.
So you thoroughly agree with Julianna though about the colors. So you guys think this? Both of you think this is a bigger issue than I do?
Well, I think it's even the colors on the Transformers are kind of weird too, because they wanted to do the cool thing with the lightning.
Yeah.
And like the white and the blue one look very similar because they both have white in the middle.
Okay.
And then it's just like you have to look at the aura around the lightning to see the color, and it's...
All right, so now this is a little bit of a production complaint that you guys are having with it. Now, I can see your complaint. I just don't think it's as big a deal as you do. But that being said... Well, I think the rest of the production of this game is really good. Yeah, it was
just like my first game when I kept on thinking I was on a different color. Like just now I just really look at the cards to double check what color I'm on. So it's just...
So it's not too big a deal. It's not an enduring issue.
No.
But I mean, is the game beautiful? Is the production good? I love the artwork in this game. I mean, what do you guys think on
the artwork's really good. It's really fun. It's creepy but quirky. Fun.
I love the weird little like evil rabbit and the evil. There's an evil gummy bear with a knife. The gummy bear is
my favorite. Yeah.
There's some weird other dimensions. There's some that are just cool. Like there's a dimension with like sky ships, but then there's other dimensions that are just like they're full of undead or monsters.
Right.
And and it's really cool. And obviously there's some dimensions that are kind of kind of references to certain sci-fi or horror movies. You know, like there's that one dimension where there's a bunch of medieval undead, which is totally a reference to Army of Darkness, you know, which I think is hilarious. I love that they have those kind of references in here. Okay, so some positives about this now. Let's talk about what is good about Multiuniversum. Who wants to throw out some positives first?
The multi-use cards.
Oh my
they
God,
do
yes.
it so well. And it's colorblind friendly. Everything's symboled and
Yes.
numbered. It's
So
awesome.
it is. You're 100% correct. It is colorblind friendly. Everything's with symbols. The symbols are very clear. The fact, I love that if you move from one of the generators to another, the cards you have in your hand now have completely different uses.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's a great way to change up, like, oh, well, I can't really use these here. Oh, but if I'm over on blue, and then you're like, oh, let me just go to blue. Which you got to use a card to go to blue, but still, I mean, it's really cool. I love the set collecting. I really do like. I love searching for the sets of the same types of portals to close.
Yeah.
And getting the bonus points that way. I usually wind up with a couple of sets by the end of a game, and it gets me a lot of points. And I really enjoy that. The mechanics of this game are just really good. So what do you think? What are some of your positives? Uh-oh. Did we already say your positives, or did you not have many positives?
It's a good game. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not like over the moon about it.
Or you're having
basically.
trouble putting your... Okay, you're not over your
Yeah,
moon.
it's just, I mean, I'll play it.
So well, then why don't you go first on the rating then? So where are you at? So we talked about a little bit about what's good and what's bad. Where are you at with Multiuniversum?
I'm at a 7.
You're at a 7. So 7's good. 7 means you like it and you play it anytime someone wants to play it.
Yeah, but I'm never going to say, oh, let's play Multiuniversum. I'm never going to suggest it.
Okay. But anytime someone else suggests it, you'd play it.
To a point.
Okay. So right now you're at a 7, but it might drop to a 6. Is that kind of like...
Well, I mean, like, I don't want to play it all the time, basically.
So is it really a 6 then? A 6, it means you got to be in the mood to play it.
Well, maybe it is really a 7 because it is kind of quick. It's not like a long involved game, so I guess I would kind of play it every time someone wanted to play it, just because it doesn't take a long time.
Lynn just thinks she has to be very understated about everything she talks about. So it is a 7.
Yes,
it is a 7. But you can't be like, oh my God, I really like this game. It's a 7. You got to be like, well, you know, I mean, it's got problems.
It doesn't have problems. It just doesn't like fully click with me.
Okay, so now I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go next. If I really like this game, it totally clicks with me. I don't know if I've ever lost a game of this yet.
He hasn't.
I really like this game. Yeah, the chaining of effects just really, really clicks with me. I love the multi-use cards. I love the set collecting. I love that it feels like a much bigger game than it looks like. It looks like this tiny little game, and then you play it and you're like, whoa. And I just see the chaining of effects. Like when I cycle through cards, I start collecting tools so that when I close one gate, I can almost immediately close the next gate after it that's under it that I remember because I cycled the top one to the bottom a couple of times. I really enjoy Multiuniversum, and that's why I'm going to give it 8 out of 10 stars, because I love this game. I've been really enjoying it, and I think, at least for the foreseeable future, unless it's replaced by a improved version or another game that has very similar mechanics but does it somehow better, I don't see this game leaving my collection anytime in the foreseeable future. I really like it. That's 8 out of 10 stars for me.
Yeah, so I've been between an 8 and a 9 for this game.
Whoa!
I love this game. Basically, anytime I come over, we play this game.
We've been playing it a lot.
Yeah, we
lately.
play
It's
it
been
a
hitting
lot.
the table a lot. Yeah.
I am a huge fan of the multi-use cards. I absolutely love the theme. I think that it's a different game every time we play it, just because your different portals show up at different times.
Yes.
And I just love that each portal has a different effect, which we didn't get into too much, but like all the different effects that you can do. And yeah, I would play this game whenever, and I love that it plays up to 5 because you can't really find many games that do that well.
And play it well.
Exactly,
So well at 5,
yeah. And it's really balanced, and yeah,
So
I love this game.
so you an 8.5?
I would say I'm an 8.5, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you know what? To be that high, and okay, I mean, I don't want to be throwing you under the bus at all, but I don't think you've won this game yet.
I have not won this game.
And for a game that you haven't won, to be rating it that high is huge. I mean, that's how you know a game is amazing. Mm-hmm. That if you can say, I never win this game, but I love it, That's how you know a game is amazing.
Yeah.
It's so amazing. So that's, I mean, those are all positive scores. That's a 7, an 8, and an 8.5 from us here at the Board Game Captain. We all, to one degree or another, enjoyed Multiuniversum and would recommend it to you. If you enjoy set collecting, if you enjoy multi-use cards and resource management and hand management. Oh, that's a good point. And also, you know, all the cool little asymmetrical powers in the different areas of the board that you can move around to try to trigger. This is a game to try out. This is really fun. We've all been really enjoying this. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, either on this video or on the game Multiuniversum, feel free to put them in the comments section down below. And if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see us do more review and tutorials like it, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share it on all forms of social media, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Board Game Captain. That's Captain spelt with a K on YouTube. And until next time, game on.